Hi guys, welcome back to this session, or rather the new video we have here, yeah? Um, First things first, welcome back, okay? Sorry I've been away for a while. Yeah. In this session, we're going to mainly talk about support and resistance. Some of you have messaged me about, oh, when are we going to start the actual trading? When are we going to learn strategies, what to do? We want to make money, the sort, and all right. So starting here, I'm going to do my best. I'm going to do my best to teach you guys what I know. Okay. Maybe we'll talk about quite a number of strategies starting from here. Okay. The basics, candlesticks, bar charts, line charts, all that stuff, right? So now what we're getting into is something called technical analysis. Okay. So technical analysis is basically how you analyze the chart based on what you see. All right. So it's nothing complicated. It's just you analyzing the chart so that you can either enter a buy or a sell and make some money. Okay. But in an event that your technical analysis is off, you will end up losing money. Okay. So for this session, I'm just going to talk about technical analysis. Okay. Fundamental analysis is where you analyze the news. All right. So I'll make a video later on about fundamental analysis, but for now, we're just going to talk about technical analysis. Yeah. So where we are now, we are in MetaTrader 5. Okay. You can see at the top here, we have the 1 hour chart. All right. And down here, we have the 15-minute chart. Okay. So this 15-minute chart shows us movement every 15 minutes. So each one of these candlesticks represents 15 minutes. Okay, each one of these. All right. And up here, we're on the 1 hour chart. So each one of these candlesticks represents movement in 1 hour. Okay. So the current candlestick, which you can see the two lines, they are moving up and down. So that is the one that is forming in the current hour. All right. Then the previous one is the one that formed in the previous hour. Okay. So nothing complicated, nothing too sketchy. All right. So for this chart, we're looking at Euro USD. Okay. Let's also change the one below to Euro USD. Wonderful. All right. Great. So the top one has Euro USD 1 hour and the bottom one has Euro USD 15 minutes. Okay. So now we're going to discuss mainly support and resistance. So what is support and what is resistance? Okay. So a support level is basically a region on the chart where market seems to bounce off of. Okay. So an example of a support line, let's look here at the 1 hour time frame. An example of a support line would be this area I'm going to mark here, would be this. Okay. As you can see, market has made several attempts to break below this level, but then it didn't. Okay. Then it went up. Right. So you have something like that. That is an example of a support line. Another example of a support line would be this one here. Another example of a support level would be this one. Okay. I'm going to mark that there as a support level. Okay. So support there like that. All right. In and around here. So this is an example of support. Can we get, yeah, and also this is also another example of support here. And also you have these minor support levels here, which are this one here. Okay. Then you have another one. Let's do this here. Okay. Here below these small candlesticks. All right. Around there. Okay, great. So we zoom in there. All right. So these are levels where market has had trouble breaking below for quite a long period of time. As you can see, this is a 1 hour chart. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. For about 10 hours, market failed to break below this level. Okay, so to an extent, we can say that this level is holding strong, right? Okay, so as you can see, if you follow this level here, okay, this same level here, okay. So anyway, for now, let's just talk about support. So support, since that's an example of support, this one here is also an example of support, okay. This is also support, that is support, all right. So all these are support, all right. So that there is also an example of support there, okay. Support as well there, all right. Support, okay, nothing complicated. All right, so now we talk about resistance. So what is resistance? So resistance is basically a point, a region in the market where market fails to break above, okay. So every time market reaches that level, it goes down, all right. So every time it touches that level, it goes down. Like for example, this one, okay. So the first one we're going to draw is this one here, all right. So you look here. So this is an example of resistance. So market was going up, it reached that level, it failed to break above, and what did market do? It went down, okay. Another example is this one here, all right. Market failed to break above this level for quite a long period of time, it failed and it then went down, all right. So that's an example of resistance. And also this one here, this is a perfect example of resistance, okay. Market reached that level, it failed to break above, it went down, all right. Same there, market failed to break above, it went down. Same with here, this is also a very strong level of resistance, like that, all right. You see, things like that, failed to break up, failed to break above, and went down, okay. So these levels, depending on how many times market has touched that line or the level or the region, right, you're able to tell how strong a particular level is. Like for example, this one, you have 1, 2, 3 hours, it went down for a bit, then it came up for like 2 hours, then went down again, all right. Then we have levels like, for example, which strong resistance level can we find on this chart? Let's see if we can find one. Strong resistance level. Strong resistance. Okay, maybe here. Yeah, this one. So market here touch this level for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hours before going down, right? So those are examples of resistance level. Same with this one here, okay. So those are your basic examples of support and resistance. Now, the essence of using support and resistance is to help you trade, right? So that you know when to enter a buy and when to enter a sell, okay? So as you trade often, as you get into forex trading, you know, practicing here and there, okay, watching my videos, yeah, reading books, the sort, okay, you're going to learn that you're going to have major support levels and major resistance levels. These are regions where the market has failed to break above or break below for long periods of time, okay. So easy enough. So when market reaches this level, it's not guaranteed that it's going to automatically go up, but the probability of market bouncing off those levels, either going up or going down, is very, very high. All right. So as traders, we have a tendency of using these levels to help us make money. Okay. So these levels are very important. So learn about support and resistance. This is the holy grail of trading. All right. If you don't know support and resistance, you are not going to go very far with trading. So make sure you learn how to plot support and resistance. Okay. I'll try to make a video where I can plot some of these levels on a PC so that you can see them on the bigger screen. But for now, anyway, we can look at this very support and resistance. So sometimes you have situations where support becomes resistance, okay. So now when support becomes resistance, these are levels where, these are times when you can safely say there's a shift in the momentum in the market. Market was in an uptrend. Like for example, we're going to look at the 1 hour chart up here. Okay, you can see this red line here, right? The red line there. Market was clearly in an upward direction. Okay, so market was going up. Let's get an arrow here and then we do that. All right, yeah, like that. Okay, so market was clearly going up, but then when it reached this level up here, okay, it failed to break above this level, right? Then market went down. Okay, market went down. Then as market went down, it came back up, and then it touched this level here. All right, then it went down again. Okay, so market was initially going up. It failed to break above that level. It went down. It broke below that level. Then it went back up. So previously, if you are trading this time frame to the left on that point there, okay, you notice that market supported off that level, but as time went on, it reached a level up there where it failed to go above, which was a resistance level. Then it went back down. Okay, it went back down and broke through that support level, broke below, then it came back to retest the level, and then it went down. Okay, so that is an indication of shift in the trend. So the trend of the market has changed. All right, the bias of the market has changed. Instead of being buy bias, is now sell bias. Okay, the term bias in trading, I don't know if many people use it anyway, but according to many things I've read all over the place, bias is basically the direction of the market. Okay, so the market is going up, the market is going down. Basically, we call it a bias. All right, so sell bias, buy bias. Okay, nothing complicated, right? So this is an example of support becomes resistance, and you're going to encounter these things very, very often as you trade. Shift in momentum, yeah, when the market was initially going up, then it eventually starts going down. So one thing you need to know about trading is that market is never going to continue moving in a particular direction forever. Okay, and as you are all well aware, forex markets are highly influenced by economics. Okay, so in an event that a major player in the forex market does something, there's going to be a shift in the momentum of the market to a certain direction. Okay, so in an event that this is Euro USD, in an event that Donald Trump says something about America, maybe employment changes, maybe talks about exporting, importing, maybe he's going to ban exports from a particular country. An example was discontinuing in connection with Huawei. Okay, so such kind of activities, they affect the fluctuation of the market. So you also need to be well aware of your fundamentals. So if you want to be a good trader, you're going to follow some of these guys on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook, provided it's a legitimate account. All right, so you follow guys who can have potential influence on the market, like for example Bill Gates, Mark Zuckerberg, Donald Trump, okay, Vladimir Putin. All right, these guys who, when they say something, it's very possible that they'll affect the movement of the market. Okay, even Elon Musk. Okay, Elon Musk, you can follow Elon Musk as well. Which other guys? I don't know. Anyway, so just find any major players. All right, so this is an example of support becomes resistance, and you also have situations where you have resistance becomes support. An example of resistance becomes support is this line here. Okay, so you can see market was below this level for quite a long period of time, then eventually it broke above, then came back for a retest, and then it went back up. All right, so first it was resistance, market broke above, came back, supported over, then went up. All right, so nothing complicated. Don't complicate your life, don't think about it too much. Very simple, very straightforward. So in this session, I've discussed so far support, resistance, support becomes resistance, and resistance becomes support. All right. So support and resistance. These are the hallmarks for naked trading. Okay. I myself am a naked trader. I do not like using indicators, mainly because they lag. Okay. Mainly because they lag. Well, all indicators lag, even these candlesticks. Okay. Candlesticks lag. All right. Everything lags. Okay. But I personally don't like using indicators because they lag. They show me it's time to buy or it's time to sell when the market has already been moving for quite some time. Okay, so that's when you find your indicators signaling that you start to trade. Okay, but I'm not discouraging those who like to use indicators. Please don't get me wrong. Indicators are also very, very good. If you know how to use them well, they can work to your advantage. Okay, so same way, you have people who like to drive Mercedes Benz, others like Toyota. Okay, yeah, so to each his own. All right, so whatever you like is what you should go for. Okay, if you want to use indicators, there are books you can read for indicators. There are websites you can visit. You can pay for some of these subscriptions to learn about how to use some of these indicators. You can learn from people, from a friend, or you can also learn from YouTube as well, like you are doing with this video. Okay, so I'm also going to do my best to also teach you some strategies which involve indicators, which I have used before, and sometimes I still do use them. Yeah, so it's always best to learn one of them when you are starting. So decide which one you want to learn, whether you want to learn naked trading or whether you want to learn how to use indicators. Okay, then from there, then you expand to the other section. Don't try to learn both at the same time, you'll get lost. All right, so one at a time. When you perfect one, then you can move to the other one. Then you choose what works for you. Sometimes, use what you have to your advantage. Okay, don't just walk into a gunfight with no proper data. All right, if you can shoot. If you know how to throw bombs, throw the bombs. Kill, yeah, win, stay alive. All right, guys, I don't think there's anything more to discuss for this session. Okay, let's also discuss one more thing. We're going to discuss trends. Okay, now for trends, all right, for trends, we'll make them in the next video. This video is already pretty long. All right, thank you so much for sticking out this long into the video, guys. So support, resistance, all right, so get into that. Learn how to use MetaTrader 5, MetaTrader 4. Learn how to plot these support and resistance lines, guys. All right, and thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video. So like, subscribe, leave a comment, and please share my links with your friends. All right, to your friends. Anyway, peace, guys. Later. Bye bye.